to accommodate your bell. So let's redo this intro to accommodate her bell because her hand is itching to ring the bell. Were you the timekeeper in school?
No.
Okay, so it's a beautiful Monday afternoon here on Eagles 102.3 from Abuja, your radio experience you can always count on. And yes, you know how we do it. This is the radio station that puts you first. And yes, this is the first time you're hearing my voice this Monday. But not to worry, it is the Sunny Side Show and you know how we do it. It's always about you. We put you first because you are the reason why. Thank you very much for always staying consistent in this business of patronizing us. You are the real MVP and we do not take you for granted. And that being said, it is time for us to have conversations here on radio. We shake the tables, we scatter them, we break them, but we meant them. Yes, and permit me to welcome you to the Table Shaking Show, the Girlfriend Show. Yes, and that's on period. The Girlfriend Show is live here on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, your radio experience you can always count on. I am Cassandra Yunumbe, your media chick. But my friends call me Cassie. So if you're my friend, you will go ahead and call me Cassie. And then I'm going to allow the other girlfriends introduce themselves as well.
Okay, I'm Peace.
I'm Nancy.
Okay, so we have Peace and then we have Nancy and my humble self here in the building. So let's get this conversation on. I was thinking that someone was going to mistake and say, okay, I am Annie. But so somebody has been trending. So she wanted to introduce herself and then she said Annie Ed, and then she now said Macaulay. These are celebrities. They can be so dramatic. Like, how do you forget a name that, well, it is no longer news that Two-Face and Annie are no longer together, but the events that have even followed this separation, or should I say this divorce, have been even more, should I say, dramatic than the marriage itself. So yesterday was the 17th edition of the prestigious Headies Awards, which has been tagged back to base. It held in Lagos, Nigeria, and the ceremony was so celebrity packed, like star-studded. A lot of celebrities and a lot of artists took home so many awards. And you know that something that usually happens when these awards are given, somebody would come out or people would come out to present awards to different winners of different categories. So it got to the turn of Annie Idibia. Oh, sorry, Annie Macaulay. I'm sorry, ma. Annie Macaulay. So when it got to the turn of Annie Macaulay to present the award to this winner, I think, yes, to this winner, and then she says it's time for her to introduce herself, and then she goes, my name is Annie Ed. Oops, sorry, Macaulay. Shout out to all the single ladies. Well, why do I need to talk too much when you can take a listen to everything that happened in Lagos yesterday? So please take a listen to this one. Let's hear it together. Well, that's really low, but I think just check online, you would see the better clips of that particular incident that happened at the Headies yesterday. So she started like Annie Ed. Hey, sorry, Annie Macaulay. And then she goes out to send a shout out to single ladies at the Headies. So all the single ladies. But this is not the only side of the conversation, because it has brought us to this very age-long conversation of whether women should adopt their husband's name, husband's surname after marriage or not. Like, should a woman drop her maiden name, especially as celebrities or even well-accomplished women? We've seen cases where women who are very, very successful after getting married, they have to drop their maiden names to adopt their husband's names, and then when something happens, they have to struggle whether they should drop that name or they should pick it. I'm going to give instances of some women we know that are still bearing their husband's name. For instance, Iyabo Ojo, yes, she has been divorced with her husband for long. In fact, she's caught up in this how do I put it, in this dilemma of whether to drop the man's name or not. I think she recently talked about her intending to drop the name very soon. But even if she drops the name and wants to revert to her maiden name, it's going to be so off because we've always known her as Iyabo Ojo. So how do you now start calling another name? Well, these are some of the compromises that women have to make, especially when they have to get married. And it brings us to the conversation today. Is it necessary for women to adopt their husband's surname after marriage? Ladies, let the conversation begin.
Okay, personal, I think it's a personal choice for if you want to adopt your husband's surname or not.
Okay.
Then I feel, most cultures marriage as a sign of unity or family identity.
Yeah.
Right? So, but I think it's best to add your husband's surname, maybe after your maiden name.
Okay, like you put
just
a dash
Annie
and then
Idibia, now
you
she'll just be like, okay,
Annie
Macaulay,
Idibia.
yeah, you get. Then the name will be complete.
But use your own piece. Call and then you call the bubble.
I removed her father's name and added her husband's name.
Yes.
So I feel it's best to just add your husband's surname at the back of your maiden name.
You should not totally drop your maiden name for your husband's surname.
Yes.
You can just attach it. For instance, Cassandra Yunumbe, the future. Oh, I was about to call it son of a man. I mean, son of a man's name, but there's no son of man. So let's hear you.
Like she just say, I feel it's a personal choice. If you want to add your maiden name to, but in some cases, I feel the husband's name because at least using your maiden name, at least you're honoring your husband's name. But for me, I'll go with my maiden name and I'll still go with my husband's name.
Okay.
At least both of them they stand. I
don't want to offend husby. Hubby has to be there, but at the same time, daddy has to be appeased. But what if daddy says he doesn't mind for his name to be dropped?
Me, I would prefer using both. It's my choice.
You want to attach everything.
Just like this thing that happened now. What if? I'm not saying we should divorce after marriage or anything.
Anything can happen actually.
Exactly. What if then you now be going back, dropping your ex-husband's name and picking your father's name again? It's a lot of drama. It's best to just go on with the boats.
You know that this thing is always the women who are in the fix.
Yes.
Now we gave an instance of Iyabo. Let's talk about Fathia Balogun. She used to be Fathia Williams, the Yoruba actress.
Yes.
And she's been divorced from the Balogun man, but she's still Fathia Balogun. Because that is what we've always. Some people that know that she's Fathia Williams, but how do you now adopt the Fathia Williams when people have already known you as Fathia Balogun? Because even when the name changes in the documents, it still reflects. People will still be calling you that because no matter how Annie said Idibia.
Yes.
So how are we going to move on very fast? I do not know, but let's pick this call and then we'll come back. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Akashi.
Hi, darling. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, Eunice.
All right, Eunice, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Well, as for me, honestly, if my husband say no, his husband name, yes.
Okay, so you are
I can't wait to see they come back, honestly.
Okay, you want to see Annie and Two-Face come. She has to because she's free right now, and I'm sure she would not want anything to do with that surname. But we have a lot of people still bearing their ex-husband's name. She should better just leave the name to remind all of us who she was married to, and it will help her online TV station she says she wants to start. I think that Annie is a big name on her own. No, Annie, I know that Annie got really soaked up in the Idibia name when she got married to Two-Face. But let's not forget that Annie was a big name. Back in the early 2000s, Annie was not just an actress. She was a model. She was a TV host. And right now she's saying she wants to start her own online television. So Annie was just not Annie. Annie was Annie Macaulay before she became Annie Idibia. So when we try to make it look as if her beginning and end is because of Two-Face, as much as she got so entangled in the Two-Face image, there is Annie Macaulay. And it just shows how, you know, when women get married and they forget themselves, if something happens, God forbid, it's always different fast. It might look like, okay, this marriage has been there for so long, more than a decade. It will be difficult for her to move on, but she will actually move on. Because the man himself has said, I'll not do again. Before, if other people were saying it, that the person telling you to your face,
in public,
I don't want you again. You did not hear in the house. They came up, set their ring lights, and told the world that, see, me and this woman, we don't have anything to do. Omo, you have to have sense.
Just drop that name again.
Like that name has to be
immediately first.
Yeah, so you can be a part of the show by calling us on 090735300044 and 0909705450. Let's have this conversation. Do you think it is necessary for women to adopt their husband's surname after marriage? Like, would you as a woman drop your maiden name immediately you get married, or you would give it time a little bit because nobody knows tomorrow? And this is because Annie Macaulay is currently trending after she mistakenly added Idibia, her ex-husband's name, to her surname at these awards happened yesterday in Lagos. Now, if you go online, you see videos of that incident trending at the moment. She is trending, and some people have been saying that what do women even stand to gain if they drop their surname? Now, there is a trend I have been noticing, right?
Okay.
You see all these daughters, these ajebotas, the daughters of rich men, that married relatively unknown men.
Okay.
Imagine my father is the governor or president. Then I should not the name that open doors for us. I will not drop the name and adopt. I beg. Let's be telling ourselves the truth.
Even the husband will not even want.
The husband
won't see what adopt.
Hell, you people are not nice. So the husband who wants to adopt.
Okay, what's her name? This Otelala's daughter.
So she will not drop and carry her juba.
Tell me Otelala.
I beg.
Oh, Adeleke family.
Let's imagine you're an Adeleke. Then you not Adeleke that open doors. When you just go so and say, I am an Adeleke. I am an Otedola. I am a Dangote. Did you see Dangote so that did not drop her name?
Okay.
She's still Fatima Dangote. Imagine telling the Dangote that to drop. Even the Dangote son, we will still adopt Dangote now.
Okay.
Like you guys said, honestly, I think that some of these things depend on the individuals involved. We've seen where even very successful women from very rich families still pick up their husband's name, or sometimes they attach it.
Yes.
But for me, let me be very honest, in this very modern age, I don't have problems with you adopting your husband's name. Now, let's pick this call before I come back to that thought. Hello? Hello? Yes, good afternoon.
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, girlfriend.
Hi, Nana. How are you doing?
I am good. How is the Monday?
Fine, thank you. Let's hear from you, darling.
So my answer to this question is absolutely not.
Hello?
For your surname, are you listening?
Yes, a bit now.
Okay, sorry, I think network is bad today.
Yes, it is.
So I said my answer to the question is absolutely not. Hold your surname, I hold my own. Actually, like in Islam, you don't take your husband's name, honestly. It's not allowed.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not. So even Fatima Dangote not dropping her name is based off of that. We don't take our husband's name.
Really?
You have your family name, I have my family name. I'm the daughter of this person, you're the son of this person. So even if we divorce, we don't divorce. I'm not taking anyone's name. My father is my name, my son is something. Your name is.
Hello?
We don't take our spouse's name in Islam. So,
wow.
So as far as I'm concerned, maybe I might adopt and add to my own, not to remove my own, honestly. I don't do that. Maybe I can take yours and add it to mine if I want. if I feel like doing that, but it's not like necessary. It's not compulsory for me to take your name. That's just how it is.
Yeah, I actually just confirmed that here. Thank you so much for that knowledge, Nana.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you
Bye.
All right, thank you so much. Now, I didn't even know that there are some religious leanings to these things. Now, for her religion, I think she's Muslim, she said that according to Islamic teachings, it is recommended that a woman should retain her maiden name after marriage. Now, according to the research that I did further, according to the Quran, it says, call them by the names of their fathers. It is more just in the sight of Allah. So you see it, So different reasons. Apart from personal reasons, we have cultural beliefs, we have religious beliefs, whether people should adopt, women should adopt their husband's names or not. And for her, it is very clear in our religion. It is not a do or die. But for some traditions, the moment your bride price is paid, you are expected to adopt your husband's name. And like you said, it's for that oneness, it's for that unity. And apart from that oneness and unity, it's giving your man a sense of belonging. Yes. But I don't think that even if you don't adopt that man's name, not a lot of men will have issues with it. But for some men, they would have issues with it, because at this point, you are supposed to be their own. Yes. Not in the terms of property. You are not their property, of course, but you are now their spouse. Yes. And that level of identity, you using their name now cements that level of oneness that shows that you guys are now one. So for some people, it's not a big deal. They would definitely adopt their husband's name. But like I was saying, for me, I don't think it's something for some people, it's so easy for them to just change, and
they'll just remove their father's name.
I don't think it will be very easy for me like that, because this is what they already know you with.
I cannot do
telling you.
You cannot do it. I like the fact that you're being very honest.
I cannot do it.
It will not be
if
easy.
I must do something, I'll
you
just add.
You just
add. But my father's name will be there. Hey, my
your father's name has to be there.
Exactly.
Well, let's hear from you. What would you do if your wife refuses to adopt your name after marriage? Like she says, no. She's not going to pick your name. She's not going to drop her father's name. What would you do? Or if she says, okay, I'm just going to attach your name. Do you know that there are men that have issues with their wives attaching? They have issues, so they want you to drop that name. Imagine the man that has suffered with you. The same one that if you chase me out today, is the one that will accommodate me. I should drop the name. Then when something happens,
then you just leave me on the streets.
If something happens, the divorce, still and that woman that will still pick up that your name. So what will happen to me that is you bring that your name?
Some people will say, instead of hyphenating it, just drop the name. Pick my name.
I think the best thing is
pick
to
my name.
Have this discussion before marriage.
Exactly.
Me, I will tell you.
Some people will even change you after all this discussion.
I will even say,
they'll change
after marriage. Then they know, okay, they are now your husband, and you don't have anything to do. You can't say anything. You have to do what they say you should do. I get, but just have the discussion first. But then if that time he wants to say, okay, you cannot do this, so you have to remove your father's name, then you can do whatever you want to do.
Well, be a part of the show. It is the Girlfriend Show here on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Your radio experience you can always count on. Yesterday was the 17th edition of the Headies Awards here in Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria particularly. And one of the incidents that was trending at this event is the fact that Macaulay, Nigerian actress, is trending right now after she said that it is no longer Idibia, it is now Macaulay, and it has been sparking conversations as to whether a woman should drop her surname or her maiden name and pick her husband's name after marriage. Now let's see some of your comments here on X. Now this person is at Akatuba. I hope I got that correctly. It says it was not intentional or anything. You can see the embarrassed facial look masked by the intentional grabbing of the award from her co-presenter. You all are talking BS just to cover her up. She's still not over the whole Idibia thing yet. God will help her.
I think
Okay.
it was intentional because immediately she did it. You know the way she smiled. Then she now said what she said.
But if it's intentional, why creating the unnecessary drama?
That's
Because
what
I feel like that is very unnecessary. And you know, some of these are celebs, they love attention.
Yes.
Because right now we are talking about her. So anything to make us talk about Annie,
Yes.
why not?
Now
but
you know, yeah, my husband
warn yourself. Warn yourself, her ex-husband, please.
has been trending. So maybe she just wants something from her side as well.
Okay.
You get that was when maybe that was why she did what she did. But I think it was intentional because the whole drama, the way she did the whole thing,
It was
you-
too dramatic
yes.
not to be intentional.
Yes.
Of time, she did it deliberately. She used one stone to kill two birds.
Yeah.
How true? Okay. Now this one is at Oluwatosin Adeyemi. He says it was intentional, just a trend or create content. So these people use their lives to create content. Wow.
One stone to kill two birds. I think that's saying that she did that to put it out there that she's already moving on.
Because she went on to say, oh, shout out to all the single ladies.
Yes.
So Annie is now a single lady, in case you want to shoot your shot. She actually of her man on a deal. Which one is her
man?
man again? She should move on. Two-Face has moved on, and Natasha has no plans of sharing her new husband with an ex-wife. Okay, of course, like I said, the two of them, they deserve each other.
Yes.
So why not? Well, let's see what some of you here have got to say on X. Now, this one is at I am Owolabi. You all can see she really hasn't moved on, just forming happiness outside. Is it your
Let her
happiness?
For me, I feel she's still me. She's used to an Idibia, so she feel that okay, maybe she's still used to that name and everything. It's just so emotional and everything. So I feel she's still used to that. She's still used to that and Idibia.
Couple.
Married.
They were a couple, of course. So you
She
can't
should
just
look
wake
for her
up.
to heal, oh.
It will take time for her.
Okay, we have a call. Hello.
Hello, ladies.
Hi. Good afternoon.
How y'all doing in the studio?
Very well, thank you. And how is your Monday going?
Yeah, cool and calm here.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, my name is Hussein. I'm going from Masukuru.
Okay, let's hear you, please.
You guys are talking about Annie Idibia, right?
Yes.
The name is still attached with her. It's still attached with her. I think it's going to take a long time for her to forget that name Idibia, Annie Idibia. Because, yes, both of them have started, from the scratch, become who they are. So that name, I think even though they are not together, but with that name, always people will remember her. And when they see her, they only call her Annie Idibia. That's why they are around. They are not there. Many women are there. They have been divorced, but they still use their husband name.
Okay.
Because most of that Idibia now is in her social media platform and other documents. So for her to just let go like that is not going to be easy. People may see that, come on, just remove everything. It's not really the way people are thinking, because so if she's traveling out now, her passport, her her database is Annie Idibia. So I think it's going to be very hard for her to just let go of that name. Yes. But most like most ladies, they usually name maybe their husband and then their dad name attached, so that to remember the family and all that. So I think I don't have any problem with that. To my own understanding, yes.
Okay, so let me ask you now: if you get married and wife says that,
Which I am.
of course, but let's assume that you just got married and then wife says she's not going to adopt your name or she will just attach. What would you do about it?
If she will not attach my name,
or even not even adopt it in the first place, like she would maintain her maiden name?
yeah, I'll let go.
You let go, like as in let go of the marriage.
Of course, yes. My name is very important to you. Definitely, yes. Maybe you can attach your dad's name. No, if your name is, it's in the building, just shift it and put my name. After you is my name. They call your name, then my name, then your dad's name. But if you believe you can do my name, then I honestly think I think some ladies, some women, maybe they know who is their dad, they don't want to obey that your decision. They will let you stand on their feet and say this is what they want. I think to me, as far as I'm concerned, there's no respect again. So I think no matter how I love you, definitely I will let you go. Yes, even when my mom was wearing her dad's name, when I came in between, then she had to shift it and put my name there. Then she was married before her dad's name. So yes, I'm not like me. Of course, my family. I don't want my family to be forgotten. Yes, it's still attached. Some people even their phone names.
Yeah.
You know that. So but my name has to be there for me. That's my own opinion. No. My bad to any other person that will say, how can you say, it's my own opinion. So to me, as far as I'm concerned, yes, you have to obey that my decision. Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, according to him, that it is a deal breaker if the woman is not going to adopt his name. He will have to let go of that marriage. So you see, a lot of people take these things very seriously. Some people would say, is it not just name? But for other people, it is not just name. It is a big deal for them. Now, this person says, this one is Kaziza Baby Man. And Macaulay is glowing. I would be rolling and crying in the mud if I was too Baba. But Two-Face is also glowing. He's right now in Otukpo. He's glowing as well. Okay. I don't understand. Who said Two-Face is not glowing? Now, this person is Asomto. He says, Annie Macaulay / Idibia can't just get over Two-Face. See as she cast herself for TV. Do you know that some people actually believe that if Two-Face said today that Annie, I want to do again, she will come back?
It's possible.
How?
It's possible.
Because it's from the crash, it's not that easy.
We cast and bind. We cast and
We
bind.
need to put our prayer point.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is You, please.
Okay, where are you calling us from, please?
I'm calling from Buari Axis, Ushafa, precisely.
All right, let's hear you, please.
Alright, I want to say that we cannot take the truth away. The fact that Annie was more in love with Two-Face. She was in love with Two-Face and not the star, not the celebrity.
Yes.
Alright?
Yes.
And then she became obsessed. And the obsession with a playboy, it always ends in things like this.
In hot tears.
All right. So if she was obsessed with a non-playboy, they will still be rowing. But you and I know who Two-Face is, so we can't take that away. Whatever she does is just a reaction to her pain, her feelings. Anybody that calls her all sort of names is calling himself or herself. Because the reality is she loves that man and she's trying to recover. Alright, so in terms of name, I think the only important person or people.
So it doesn't matter to you if your wife doesn't adopt your name.
What do
It doesn't matter to you if your wife doesn't adopt your name.
What do I matter? What if the father I matter? What if the father's names open doors for me?
Ha!
Father's names open doors for me.
Ha! Imagine marrying an $10.
If she decides to bear my name, well, if she decides not to, no problem. I'll still have my name in my children.
Okay.
Yeah, thank God for Africa.
Would definitely emerge. Some people are of the school of thought that a woman is supposed to adopt her husband's name the moment the bride price is being paid, and then we even attach this to the African belief that yes, we are African. That's no decision for you, or depends on the father's name that is involved. If it's a known father, drop her father's name. Hello.
Sorry, sometimes when the lady said she must bear her dad's name, maybe it's because her dad is a self-made millionaire somewhere that she don't want to let go of that name. But if you insist and say, I want my name to be there before your dad, and she said no, it's like saying, how dare you to say I should shift my dad name before your own name? Didn't I want to be like your dad too? Put my name there. Answer my name. Yes, I want to be important to you. That's why I said you put my name there. Yes, I'm your husband for God's sake. Yes, my children always answer my name. Yes, the way first I'm answering our dad's name. I answer my dad is late, but I'm still answering his name today. Very important name to me. Yes. So as far as I'm concerned, it's all about material things. It's all about the Benjamin.
Okay.
Yes, as far as I'm concerned. So to me, as far as I'm concerned, it's like she challenging me. How dare you? She's not saying it openly, but that is the body language. So I will not accept that. I repeat. Thank you.
All right, thank you again for calling. We appreciate you. 09073530044 is the number to connect with us here on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Your radio experience you can always count on. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Kasi.
How are you doing, Solomon?
I'm good. How's work?
Very well. Let's hear you.
My name is Solomon Language.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, please go on.
Okay, from my own opinion, even if your father is Dangote or President Tinubu, you must bear my name.
So she should remove the name Pata Pata and bear your name.
If he will remove it, even though the President Tinubu remove it and bear my name, I'm your husband. Must bear my name.
Ha.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Solomon. We appreciate you. We have a message here. It says, "Good afternoon, Eagles FM. For me, I don't have issues about my wife bearing her family name. For my wife to remove all her family names and put my name is ethnic cleansing. Okay, and ethnic cleansing is a crime. Marriage is not kidnapping. Another way is among the three names, my wife can put her dad's name in the middle and my name, and also add my name. I think that is hyphenating it. For two Baba, I think he doesn't have a choice." Joseph from Jahi. Well, if you could expatiate on what you mean by he doesn't have a choice, I think that would help us to go a long way. Now, still taking some of your comments here on social media. Now, this person is at Bisojo. He says, "Annie to do. She don't plan am. Come they say I'm sorry, Annie Macaulay." So someone is agreeing with your school of thought that she planned it. But for me, whether she planned this or not, I think that moment was very embarrassing. Let me just say the truth, because I don't want, of course, she will always have history with Two-Face. They have two beautiful children together. Yes. He will always be the father of her kids and will always be a big part of her history as a person. But going forward, can we have Annie Macaulay? Can we have Annie Macaulay without the attachment of Two-Face or Idibia? Like, it's supposed to be her moment now. I think we would have been talking more about Annie than the Two-Face in the mix. I know it will be hard for us to take out Two-Face in the mix, but at the same time, can we try to have more of Annie Macaulay? Because yesterday she looked really dazzling when she was called to go present this award, and the next thing I'm hearing, Annie Two-Face. How now? How? Even if it was a plan, please, you must not use this man to trend, my sister.
Do you understand?
Now this person is at Molano Hybrid. He says, until Tubaba decides to trigger the buyback clause. I think he's using football language here. So it's like, once he touches the Mumu button, she'll come back. Hell, you people have seen this Annie and finished. Yes. Don't worry, she will surprise you people. She will surprise you people. Let him try it and come and do buyback clause and try to say, I want Annie back or something. Let's see whether she will go back. Do you think she would go back?
Yes.
Oh.
Sadly.
Oh.
Because she still loves him. Yeah, I feel so.
I don't know that thing that man used to use most times, because when he was with Annie, he used to go and visit his baby mamas.
Yes, to a point that Annie was even making kata that.
So you see, and they used to accept him. So I feel
he's just a good man.
Good man, I mean bad man. I feel maybe after all this thing, maybe.
But Two-Face is a fine man, so you cannot take that away. He has the charm, Do you know that if Two-Face comes here to that is looking for wife, the stadium will be full. People will line up
yes.
and still be going that they want to marry Two-Face, despite the fact that he has allegedly done his introduction. Allegedly, please, allegedly in caps, done his introduction.
So I think we can still use that. I want to see my kids to see her.
Hell,
It's possible.
God. At this point, we
And it's going to
into
be
your
very
hands.
hard.
We
It's going to be
commit
very
Annie.
hard for her to move on completely.
Because she still loves him.
It's going to be very hard.
Hell, okay. Let's see what this person has got to say. Now, this one is one jobless boy. He says, this was not a good idea at all. I totally agree with you. Now, this one is at that Port Harcourt boy. He says, quite happy to see Annie Macaulay out and about, attending events and living her life. Also, laughed at that surname joke she made. Women shouldn't have to bear the shame of the behavior of the men in their lives.
Thank you.
All right, this one is, I don't know the name this person used, but they said Tubaba has a very good buyback clause on this one to be activated anytime. So many people still believe that just by the snap, if he does like this, Annie, I want you back. She will run back to him. Oh my God. We cast and bind that buyback clause. It is cast and bind. Okay. Now this person says, milk it, Annie. Milk it. Okay. According to some people. Okay. Now I think that this brings us to this thing that people always talk about, the Okafor's law. Have you heard about it before?
Yes.
Where they say that, oh, once you have something to do with this woman, she will always come back to you. That's Okafor's law will definitely work.
Yes.
On Annie, but that Okafor's law, it will not work. It will not work.
Amen.
It will not work. Now, okay, we have a message. It says it's a cultural thing for us in Africa. She has to adopt my name. For Annie, time is a healer. She will get over it. It's just a matter of time. Samisi from Suleja.
This name, do you know what the most painful thing? So I will drop my own father's name,
And
and
I'll
I will
pick
pick
your-
your father's, not even your name.
Your father's unknown name.
Hey.
Hell.
Then my kids.
But what if, okay, now, okay, wait, let's even, okay, what if now, since we have been talking about the man coming to marry an Otedola or a Dangote, what if the man is a Dangote?
Okay.
No.
I'll still add my father's name.
Oh, this time.
I'll still add my father's name.
You people are hearing this one now. If the tables turn, the woman will be very quick. Because for me now, if I marry an hotel, I will be quick to adopt the name. I may not drop my father's name, but I will adopt. Let me be honest. Everybody's looking for connection. Let's be saying this thing the way it is. Everybody's looking for something that will benefit them at the end of the day.
My father's name will still be there.
Okay, so you just
Yes, I have roots now. I'm not just someone you pick from the road.
I think
Yes.
somebody said something. I think Mr. Joseph from Jahi. He said that he would not want his wife to drop her surname because that is her identity.
Yes.
That woman has an identity
She came
before
from
she got
somewhere.
married to you. Yes, of course. So you don't just want her to forget about it. For some people, it's not a big deal. For other people, it's a big deal. Like you have to drop that name, adopt my name, like. But
Completely.
what
Why?
if the tables turn? If the man is from a wealthy family, the name that will open doors for you automatically, you will definitely run and adopt that name. Drop your father's unknown name.
Drop it.
Who knows your father? Drop that name, adopt that man's name, so that it will open doors for you and your father and your generation.
No, if you add your father's name and then you adopt the surname, you add them together, it will still be opening doors for your siblings.
Daddy, I'm
Because
sorry, I will drop your name. I will adopt that big name so that it will open doors. Because even your father will advise you to drop the name quick and adopt. But well, that's just an enlightened note. But it just shows that at the end of the day, we are human beings. We all want different things, and choices depends on what we want at the time and the convenience of it. The choices we make, most times, these choices are out of convenience or society. I said something last week on the government show. We were talking about all of that. I said that at the end of the day, it's just about the choice. Like our choices, what we say, this is societal norm. It depends, it depends. If a daughter of a rich man, you get married to her today, you will not force her to adopt your name. Now let's just be saying this thing the way it is.
True.
But if you are richer than her and your father is wealthy, you don't even need to force her
She
to
will
adopt.
even
She will even be the one to adopt the name. Even when you are here to marry her, she will adopt the name
who
before.
adopted the name,
So
so-
all of these things, we all see that sometimes our choices are made out of convenience and what we actually want for ourselves. Now, a follow-up message here from Mr. Joseph. He says, the reason I said Two-Face doesn't have a choice is even the incumbent wife called Natasha is not his last wife. Who? Okay. I will definitely save this message. Prophet from the future. He said that this might not be his last wife.
Someone
Two-Face,
that
how true is this? We'll come back to this one day. No matter how long, even Annie and him, it took long, but it still happened. So we will still be here to judge the matter. Well, thank you very much for your thoughts this afternoon on the Girlfriend Show. I must say it's been very informative, educative, and entertaining. This is how we get to do it here every Monday and Friday. We get to shake the tables and have very uncomfortable conversations. Those ones that you don't want to talk about, but we get to talk about them here on radio. So at this point, ladies, we just have to wrap it up. Let's hear your final thoughts and then we go.
Okay. I still think it's personal choice.
Okay.
Me personally, I'll adopt my husband's name, but the name will be at the back of my father's name.
So you hyphenated.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's it.
Let's hear you.
Like, I'll go with the same thing that she said. I will adopt both my dad's name and my husband's name, because my dad, I'm very sure he has done a lot of things for me.
Like
more
you,
than the
you know
husband.
that this girl
More
is a daddy's girl. This girl
More
is
than
a daddy's girl.
more than-
She's saying it from
more than
angle of, I
more
can't
than
betray
what-
you, daddy.
that take care of you when you're a kid,
Hell.
up to that level that you even see me and say you want to marry me. So
Okay.
I will adopt both names.
All right. So you guys are for